we're doing this. And make sure that your is actually recording. Yes. Thank you. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Music Breakdown with Phillip, Nathaniel, Freeman, and today I have the honor and the privilege of doing a vocal and performance analysis of Devin Townsend's Kingdom from Bloodstock 2021. It's a live performance. I'm excited to do this. Let's dive right into it. Here we go.
Thank you, guys.
Spooky.
You ready? Here's one for you to sing. Kingdom!
Nice. By the way, this is an analysis video, so I'm going to be pausing a lot and going over what he's doing vocally. Okay, so original's in the description in the card if you don't want to hear me jabber. But I'm sure you're going to find a lot of use out of this, especially if you're a vocalist. Look at that guitar. Look at the bass drum. That's funny. All right. Wow! Nice. C5 with distortion elements around it. Oh, beautiful vibrato. You can tell he's singing. Oh. Nice! Ooh. Whoa! Nice, 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 nice. Okay, so let's watch this again, and I'll hopefully be able to provide a demonstration. All right, so why? So on the clean, there's a bit of a lift and a squint. Lots of vibrato, lots of expressiveness, lots of power behind the phonation, and the that sound. The scrunch here helps with the internal muscles that are causing that distortion to occur, and the has a bass of A4. So adding that distortion on top of it is what's happening there. And then something else that he's doing here, which is really cool, is going from an A4 to a C5. And then adding more distortion to that. A great place to center on when you're doing distortion. Obviously, it's not the only thing that's happening. There's a lot going on around the vocal folds in the larynx, but obviously you don't want to create and manifest tension in this area. You want as much energy to be flowing between what's going on down here, the main muscle groups, and the upper vocal tract, so that there is a flow of air and energy. Center in the back of the mouth, the soft palate. The spot that when you snore, it vibrates against the back of your mouth. Ow! When you do distortion, your soft palate does the same thing in a much smaller way, if that makes any sense. Continuing on. That sound right there is what I would argue is a cricothyroid dominant sound. There are a lot of muscles in the larynx, and you can basically divide those muscles into two categories, the thyroretinoid muscles and the cricothyroid muscles, and they pull back and forth depending on the situation. And of course, there are terms like vocal registers, chest voice, head voice, falsetto, and all of these categorizations lay within the spectrum of thyroretinoid dominance and cricothyroid dominance, TA muscles and CT muscles. And it goes back and forth depending on register, depending on pitch, depending on execution. And it's just like applying Roy G. Biv to the millions of colors that are within a rainbow. Those categorizations are meant to help our brains process the reality of what's happening within the voice, just like Roy G. Biv is a platform to help us understand the reality of the millions of colors that blend together within a rainbow, and that's what we're seeing. So that's essentially what's happening here, is that there's a cricothyroid dominance in the as opposed to I can't even get to the thyroretinoid dominance with that. It's too much strain and too much tension within the vocal tract. So hopefully that makes sense. Oh, so nice. Nice. So, okay. Let's watch this again. Again, this is an analysis video. I know you people are going to be like,
I wish you wouldn't pause this.
It's an analysis video. That's what you're supposed to do. Original, down in the description, in the cards. Now, something that I've also employed in my vocalization, especially switching from a cleaner tone to one that has a little bit more crunch, or going for more extreme sounds, the scrunch that happens up here in the mask, you'll notice that when he's doing the okay, I know I missed it, notice that he has more of a scrunch on the distorted tone as opposed to the clean tone. When you're going for example, the okay, I know, there's more of a squint and lift in the upper vocal, in the upper mask, which affects the upper vocal tract. And then when he goes for the I missed it, there's more of a scrunch here, while still maintaining the lift. You see his teeth. He's got this snarl that occurs. Let's watch that again. There you go. Oh. Yeah. You see that snarl? Yeah! That's very helpful. And showing the teeth, getting that power. It's a great way to amplify the sound of what's happening inside without overpowering the vocal folds. You got to keep in mind that it's a lot about shaping around the air rather than pushing a bunch of air out. You'd actually be very surprised at how the volume at which this is occurring. It's way more about compression and use of the air rather than pushing a bunch of air out. There's that flip, again. Oh, beautiful execution. There's that lift again for the cleans. So there's a mixture of, he's singing, just to give you an idea of what's happening here. He's doing he's singing that melody line within the phonation of his vocal folds. But he's adding lots of distortion on top of it. So just keep that in mind, that the fry sound and the clean tone, you can do them separately, but if you want power and endurance behind that sound, you want to make sure that there is phonation happening within the actual vocal folds to do that. And that does take time and consistency to develop. Pro tip, start with without vocalizing the phonation. Just try to make a type of sound first before you do phonation. And then in the case of doing something that's more false chord based, try those sounds first before you go into or and also make sure that you consult a medical professional before trying any of this stuff, or a voice coach. That being said, let's keep listening. The crunch. Lots of this! Nice. Look at that. Fine! C5 behind that, adding that distortion around it. Beautiful, beautiful facial movement there. He has something that I like to coin Jim Carrey face. Jim Carrey has just super flexible and supple face. He also has an incredible voice himself, by the way. And if you've ever seen him do extreme vocals on that late night show, there's a clip of him doing that. He can also do that quite well. So I would use Jim Carrey as a reference and inspiration for your vocalization, especially if you're looking to do extreme code switches like this, from clean vocals to distorted vocals and back and forth. It requires a Devin Townsend-like approach and thus Jim Carrey approach, which is something that I like to employ as a vocal student and performer myself. Let's keep going. Look at that. Oh, awesome. Cool visualizations in the background, too. Oh, listen to that. Beautiful. Stay with me. His vocal health. Oh, his vocal health and agility, especially the fact that he's been doing this for quite some time now, is just, that is a perfect showcase of that. His ability to go into an M2 head dominant register with ease, while he's also able to go into a distorted vocal and a clean operatic vocal. That shows you that he is in great shape vocally. Your condition within a head voice falsetto indicates your vocal health and your ability to do that. So just keep that in mind. And this is a perfect showcase of vocal health right here. And it sounds beautiful. Oh, just incredible. Beautiful. Oh, wow. And to go from that beautiful M2 dominance to far now. That's incredible. So far now. Wow. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. And look at him. He's having a blast right now. His band is awesome. The visuals are awesome. Oh, you could just, he is having, I love the joy that he is expressing and exuding on stage here. I want to be this guy when I grow up. Oh, love that. These guys are having a blast up there. Oh, tech issue. The roadie has come to save the day. Look at that bass drum. That's so ridiculous. Man. Wow, that drum is good. Back to this. So that let's listen, let's demonstrate here what's going on. Now I see the way I'm headed. That's essentially what's happening. Again, adding that fry distortion on top of that. Now I see the way I'm headed. And it's proving very useful for him in this situation. Wow, look at those visuals, dude. Fine! Beautiful. And there's that lift again, his showing of the top teeth, his jaw movement, everything he's doing is just, oh! Lovely. Lovely. Incredible. Oh, yes. Oh, you're welcome. Dude, thank you. That was beautiful. Some takeaways from this performance. 1, his ability to go back and forth between his cleans and his distortions is incredible. A few things to note, at least in this song in particular, he's not really doing a lot of jumping back and forth with his pitch. He's staying within a C4, C5 range. He's not going above a C5 and he's not going below a C4. It might be a surprise to you, especially on his distorted vocals, that he's staying within that range, which makes it a lot easier for him to go back and forth between his clean operatic and his clean head voice register dominance and his distorted tone. So, for example, let's take a C5. Oh! Oh! Ah! You notice that there's an ability to switch back and forth and use those pitches as a platform for that filter. That can be very useful when you're looking to switch back and forth between your cleans and your distorted tones. Second takeaway, his overall vocal health and agility is supreme. He's been at this for quite a while now, and the fact that he still maintains this vocal health, this is only from 3 years ago, is phenomenal. It's incredible to hear how in shape he is, especially with his head voice dominance. When he's going into that, is such an excellent showcase of his vocal health and agility. Keep that in mind. And the third thing that I think all of us should take away from this performance is the joy that he is exuding when he is performing. That is just, oh man, warms my heart. Joyous to watch. And I hope that you feel that same joy when you perform and when you vocalize. That being said, everyone, thank you again for your time and attention for another episode of The Music Breakdown. My name is Phillip Nathaniel Freeman. And for those of you who are interested in demystifying singing and finding out more about your voice and getting a chance to perform in front of none other than Elizabeth from the Charismatic Voice, I have the honor and privilege of co-coaching an online group singing class that was created by none other than Elizabeth from the Charismatic Voice. And you will get a chance to perform in front of Elizabeth after taking a 7-week intensive course guided by yours truly. So, to see if you qualify for this class, sign up for a 15-minute consultation. The link is in the card and the description, and I will see you either in the next video and or in the class. Take care until next time. Thanks for tuning in for another Music Breakdown.